Hello everyone, welcome to Spurs News. This is Moafa and let's get started. First of all, can you believe one of our summer targets is moving to Newcastle and had a medical today? It's unbelievable to say the least. Let's spur our way to glory. Thank you for watching and please don't forget to like, subscribe and join the channel. Now, first of all, the main news that we're going to talk about today is one of our targets is Kim Min-jae from South Korea. It's still a target that could join us, but it could happen only later in the transfer window if we sell one of our players. And the main player that could be moving on, one of the players that have been involved in too many sagas this season, this transfer window, is Aurier. Aurier could be going to Bayer Leverkusen after they had made a sale of Kai Havertz to Chelsea. Now, Chelsea is having a phenomenal window. As you know, Chelsea don't do business with the Spurs, and Cole has spoken about that, saying Abramovich brought him back to the club and said to him that I don't do business with Spurs. He hates dealing with the Spurs and especially with Daniel Levy. So one of our targets, center back from Chelsea, would be an impossible deal to get through because he doesn't want to deal with the Spurs. Abramovich doesn't want to deal with them. It doesn't matter how much money he can make from them. He just doesn't want to deal with them. And Kurt Zuma could be off the table. Now, another center back that we are interested in is Milan's Skriniar. Skriniar could be only join us if we meet the 45 million or we swap with them in Dombele. I know everybody's going on social media going crazy about how bad he played yesterday. Don't worry, we're going to bring you a game reaction for yesterday's friendly. Just bear with us and we will post it either today or tomorrow. Alright, so after Watford did play us and win against us in yesterday's friendly, Mourinho has identified a new target in their midfield, and that's Will Hughes. I'm shocked with the name, first of all, and because this player, it doesn't show a lot of potential, and he is valued at around 13 million, and he is 25 years old, and we've seen him in the Premier League before. I don't see too much to him, but here's his stats according to WhoScored.com. For last season's stats, he plays as a center right midfielder. He has 27 appearances in the league, and he has 1 goal and 1 assist. And his pass accuracy is not phenomenal, it's 78.3%. Tackles per game is an okay 2.5, and interceptions per game is 1.2. I don't think he is worth bringing in to build up the midfield. And that being said, we have identified one of our superstars that could be brought back to the Spurs. As the Spurs News, we think that's an impossible deal to happen because they are asking for a 40 million pound for him. We've sold this player only for 25 million last year. I'm talking about Christian Eriksen. I know he's an amazing player and we all love him and he loves the club as well, but I don't think we can maintain a salary that he takes at Inter, first of all. Second of all, I don't think that we would pay for him around 40 million at this age. I don't think so. Daniel Levy is not going to do it. He's not going to make it. I mean, if an angel comes down from the sky and tells Daniel Levy we're going to win the league if he signs Christian Eriksen for 40 million, he's not going to do it. I know him, and you know him too. So, impossible. No deal. Okay, one of the backups for Harry Kane is Brentford's Ollie Watkins. We've talked about him many times. He played in the championship. He was head and shoulders above everyone else, according to the report. Now, we think he's an okay alternative for Harry Kane, but the problem is he only played in the championship. We haven't seen any of his abilities in the Premier League, which is a different ball game, as we all understand. Now, bringing him would be a very high risk, in our opinion, at the Spurs News. He's 24 years old, which is a great age to bring in a player, but he has a lot to prove if he is to come to the Spurs. And he did score 26 goals in 50 appearances. So that's an okay record. But again, that's not in the Premier League. Let me know what you think about Ollie Watkins coming to the Spurs. And would he be a good alternative for Harry Kane or a backup? At the Spurs news, we say no deal. Okay, and the player that we are talking about that Newcastle was able to lure away from the club is Callum Wilson. He already underwent a medical at Newcastle and could be joining them any time this week. If that's true, that's sad, because it just shows how lazy or lagging is Daniel Levy in the transfer market. That's what's holding us behind and stopping us from winning a lot of cups or trophies. And Callum Wilson, unfortunately, might not happen for the Spurs, but it will happen for Newcastle as we anticipate at the Spurs news. Okay, a new club looking at Serge Aurier. It's the Wolves. The Wolves are keeping an eye on him as well, which is shocking news and unbelievable, because they just sold us Doherty. And if they were interested in him, I think they could have worked out a deal with Daniel Levy at the same time for both players, one going this way and the other going the other way. But I don't know what's the deal. Are they interested but they're not sure, or are they just watching the situation? We don't have clear idea what's going on. But Serge Aurier has enough suitors that we can move him on this transfer window. Okay, my favorite alternative for Harry Kane or backup is Habib Diallo. At the Spurs news, we talked about him. He's a phenomenal player. He's just a monster that could help both in midfield and attack. Habib Diallo is playing in the Ligue 1, and Habib Diallo has very respectable record now in the Ligue 1. We will explain to you what his records are, and let us know what you think about Habib Diallo joining as a backup for Harry Kane. He has 12 goals and 3 assists in 26 appearances in the Ligue 1. And Habib Diallo is 25 years old, and he would happily be a backup for Harry Kane. Okay, the only problem with Habib Diallo, as we said, he hasn't played in the Premier League. So that's the only risk we could face bringing him in, but I think he would be a phenomenal player for the future. And he could be a player that we could benefit from both in midfield and attack. Let me know what you think about Habib Diallo. Thank you for watching the Spurs News. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Good night for now.
Spurs news, tracking down every detail. Transfer news, every gossip, every finished move. Game predictions,
analyzing and giving Wafa scores.
lineup predictions.
Figuring out what's Mourinho's next move.